So yesterday we solved questions related to board mass, fractions and decimals. So I have a worksheet I have shared in the group also. So this worksheet contains different questions of P1, specifically first 4 questions which are related to arithmetic. That means that numbers related. So we solved question till 21. So I'm planning to go through this document in half of the time of the class, and then we will switch to the next topic, which is HCF and LCM. HCF and LCM is a smaller topic because, either the questions can be of prime factorization or, direct questions of HCF and LCM. So that is a shorter topic. So we will start that after completing this document. So we have done till question 21. I have shared this document already in the class group, so you can check. If you are unable to see that, you can message me again. So question number 22. So you need to remember, especially for Meerab and Shahir, that Cambridge P1 paper does not allow you to use calculator. So there is no calculator allowed. So there are 2 papers of math when you appear in Cambridge exam. P1 is also of 100 marks and P2 is also of 100 marks. But calculator is allowed for P2 paper, and for P1 paper calculator is not allowed. So this is the paper where the calculator is not allowed. You need to do all the calculations manually, right? So we will start with question 22. So question says evaluate. And if you can see, we are having marking scheme also. You can see these questions are 1 marks question each. So we have discussed it quickly. If you have not seen yesterday's video, you can watch it again, all right, so that you can be with us. So we are going to solve question number 22. So first part, evaluate. So any ideas how to add those 2 fractions? We have discussed it yesterday also. So how to add 2 fractions? Ji Meerab?
First we need to make the denominator same.
Excellent. We need to make the denominator same. So we have revised all these rules yesterday, but I can see you know that. So we will multiply, or we will make the take the LCM. So it is simple. It will be 9 by LCM is 18. So you can write 18 here. It's 1 mark question in the paper. So the solution is not required, or the examiner will not check the solution. So you need to only solve the question. So this is 13 by 18. So I told you guys yesterday also, this question, this fraction is like if the fraction is improper fraction, then you need to convert it into mixed number. And if the fraction you are getting as an answer is not in the simplified form, then you need to simplify it also. All right. So you need to check that also. 13 by 18 is proper form and it is the simplest form. So that will go directly on the answer bar. All right. So B part is when there is a division between the 2 fractions. So can anyone tell me how to divide fractions? What to do? What is the rule? Ji Shahir?
We need to get the reciprocal of the
That's
second
right.
fraction.
Very good. So we need to take the reciprocal of the second fraction, and it will be, the division will be changed into multiplication. So now we need to check, can we simplify it before multiplying it? So the simplification cannot be done. So we can write down the answer directly, 22 by 27. So now we need to check before writing this answer in the answer bar, that is it the simplified form, because it is proper fraction. So it should be simplified. So this is already simplified. So it will go directly to the answer. So moving on to next question. All right. So question says, given that n is an integer and n is bigger than 1, n is integer and n is bigger than 1, decide whether each statement in the table is true or false. For each statement, write true or false in the table. If you write false, give an example to justify your answer, justify your decision. All right. So it's a past paper question and it's a 2 marks question. So you need to fill this table keeping in mind that n is integer and n is bigger than 1. So there are 3 statements given to you and you need to tell that this statement is true or false. In case the statement is false, then you need to give the justification also that why do you think it is false. So we will start with first one. First of all, integers. There is a keyword integer. What is integer? So what is integer? Marosh, GM Sal, GM
Numbers with
Sal, Amsal.
signs.
G, number with sign. Amsal, what do you think?
Numbers with
G beta?
sign like positive and negative both.
Very good. So integers are basically positive numbers as well as negative numbers. All right. So, but here n is bigger than 1. So what values n can have? What is n actually? N is bigger than 1. So can n be 1? Ji Shahir?
It cannot be 1 because it states that it is bigger than 1, more than the value of 1.
All right. So what will be the smallest value of n? N will be starting from 2, 2, 3, 4, and so on. That's right. So now we know that n can be, the smallest value of n is 2 and it goes on. All right. So now the first statement is n cube is bigger than 1. So what do you think? Raise your hand. What do you think? Is this correct statement or is this incorrect statement? Ji bete. All right. What do you think, Meerup?
Ma'am, I think it's correct.
It's correct statement. So we all agree. So it's a true statement. So because they are asking you true or false, so you should follow the rule. It is true statement. And for true statement, it's clearly written in the question that we should not be verifying it. We need to just tell. So what about this statement? 1 by n is bigger than 1 by n square. So what I should do about it? Ji Hashim, any ideas? How
Ma'am,
can I
it can be
verify? All right.
1 by n can be greater than or equal to. If the value of n is 1,
So Hashim, do you think, I think so you joined late. Do you think n is 1 because it is given n is bigger than 1? N is not 1.
uh,
These are the values n can have.
yes, then it's false.
Then it's false.
Yes.
All right. So what about Shahir? You have unmuted it.
Yeah,
Shahir,
it is.
Mohammed
Yeah,
Shahir nahi dusra.
it,
Is it true
yes,
or
Anush.
false?
It is true.
It is true.
Okay.
We can put the values and we can check also. You know, if I put n2, so 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4. That is a true statement because if the divisor is getting bigger, the answer is getting smaller. That makes sense. If I take n3, so the statement will be 1 by 3 is bigger than 1 by 9. So that is true. because 9 is a bigger divisor. 1 by 9 is a smaller fraction. 1 by 3 is a bigger fraction. This is also true. So it means this statement is also a true statement. Right? So now moving on to the third one. So third is n minus 1 multiplied by n plus 3 is always odd. So we need, if the statement is true, we need to check 2 or 3 values. If the statement is false, only one, you can say, example is enough to justify that this is wrong statement. So first of all, let me put n, this is the given expression, n plus 3. So I'm putting n 2 because 2 is the smallest value. So if I put n 2, so it will be 2 minus 1 and 2 plus 3. So this is 1 and this is 5. So n is odd. But I cannot say based on one thing k, it will always be odd number. I need to try out any other value. So first I have taken n2. So now I can take any odd number. Let's say I'm taking here n minus 1 into n plus 3. So this time I am taking n3. So first time I have checked with a even value, answer was odd. So this time I'm trying to put an odd value to see that answer is still odd or not. If I put n3, so it will be 3 minus 1 into 3 plus 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2 and 3 plus 3 is 6. So this is 8. 6 2s are 12.
12.
Is it odd?
No.
No,
It's
it
odd.
means you will say that this is a false statement. It's not always odd. Sometimes it is odd, sometimes it is even. So now comes the second column of this table, that you need to give an example if the situation is false. So we have encountered a false statement. So now I need to give example. I can write down anything to explain that why I have written false in the previous comment. So I can write down if n is equal to 3, so then answer is an or even number. So this will be enough to justify my answer. Right? So this was a 2 marks question in paper 1. You can see that there is a 2 written here. So 4 columns you were filling and you were getting 2 marks from the paper. Right? So moving on to question 24. So first of all, let's see how many marks these are having. You can see they're all 1 marks question. 3 parts and all 1 marks question. So evaluate. We have done these kind of questions yesterday also. So a 1 decimal place number is multiplied with a 2 decimal place number. So how many decimal places I'm expecting in the answer? Who can tell me? If a 1 decimal place number is multiplied with a 2 decimal place, Ji Shahir, 3 decimal
Then
place.
3 decimal.
That's right. So I will just multiply the digits. 6 and 2 is multiplied, so it's 12. And I need to put the decimal in 3 decimal places, so it will be 0.012. It's 1 mark question in the paper. It means no solution is required. So for these kind of questions, you can just write down the answer directly. Okay, next question is very interesting. 3 divided by 0.01. So how to solve? So this time, apart from Hashim, can anyone else answer how to solve this question? 3 divided by 0.01. Meetup, जी बेटे.
Ma'am, I think that we'll convert these into a fraction and we'll convert the decimal into numbers, and it would be, I think it would be 101 or something.
The idea is correct, but the answer is not
Ma'am,
right.
of the values with 100.
So we can multiply it with 100. That's right, Meera, very good. Or there is another rule I wanted to tell you yesterday also. So this is, a trick while we, you can say, simplify decimals. That in decimals in division, we can move the zero, or we can shift the decimal place equal number of places in the denominator and numerator. Like I want to take this decimal 2 step ahead. So the decimal in 3 is here, that it's invisible, but it is at the end of the digit. So I can take this 2 step ahead also. So for that, I need 2 zeros. So I will put 2 zeros and I will take this decimal 2 step ahead. So I can do that in decimals, all right? So it is 300 by 1, and my answer is 300. So always remember, while dealing with division of decimals, you can shift the decimal equal number of decimal places in any of the direction. You can take it on this side also. अगर आप इस साइड पे ले जाएं तो 0.3 और divided by 0.001 भी हो सकता है, ठीक है? So just remember that you can shift the both numbers equal number of places towards the left side or the right side. So in this I need to simplify, so I need to take 2 decimal places ahead. So this is 300 and this is 1 now. So answer is 300. All right. So next question, C part. So how to solve? G Meetup.
Here we need to find the cube root of 27. Like, we'll multiply it by
Excellent.
3, multiply it by 3.
That's
Like,
right. That's right. So I'm expecting this answer from a student who have done 6th grade. But what should be the answer from the students who are done with the 8th class or 9th class? Shahir, what should you answer? How to solve it?
Huh?
Yes, a 6th grader can tell me कि हमने prime factorization किया. Can you tell me how to solve it?
It's 1 by 3, so cube root to 20 of the 7, so answer will be 3.
That's right. Cube root to 27. First is this. और 8th में आप लोगों ने पढ़ा, this is indices. Marosh, Amsal, Hussain, you know that na? This is in the indices form. Indices हैं, exponent form है. तो आप इसको इस तरह भी solve कर सकते हैं. Yes, it is 3 cube and the cube root, so it is answer is 3. This is right. Another way of solving this is that you can write down 27 as 3 cube, or the whole power is 1 by 3. और आपने indices का law पढ़ा है कि power of power is multiplied. So when you multiply these both, so 3 get cancelled and your answer is 3. So this question can be related to both cube root also or indices also. All right. Very good. All right. Question number 25, A part. First of all, which topic is this? Is this question from which topic? You can tell me.
board math.
Board math. So whenever there are more than one operations and you need to decide which operation you need to do first. देखिए अगर आप सोचे समझे बगैर ये सोचे समझे बगैर कि ये किस टॉपिक का क्वेश्चन है, if you will just start solving it, so you will probably start from here 1.5 minus 0.2 and your answer will go wrong. Why? Because you need to do multiplication before subtraction. So it's a board math question. All right, you need to remember that order of operations. So 1.5 will remain as it is. What is 0.2 into 4? One decimal place multiplied with a whole number. What is the answer? G Meetup?
0.8.
0.8. Very good. So now if I subtract this 1.5 minus 0.8, who can tell me what is the answer of this subtraction? G Shahir?
0.7.
This is 0.7. Very good. Easy peasy. All right. So now comes the same question again. I hope the trick I told you earlier is helpful now. 4.2 divided by 0.007. अब देखिए, now I need to remove the decimals. So I need to shift this decimal 3 steps forward.
There is 0.07.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for telling me. Thank you, Sam. It is 0.07. So it means I need to shift the decimal,
multiply by 100.
multiply by 100, या फिर shift the
420
decimal 2 step ahead. So यहाँ पर भी मुझे 2 step ahead लेके जाना है. तो I will add 1
420 by
decimal.
7.
420 by 7.
The
And
7
then
is equal to 60.
60 is your answer. All right. So next question is express as a single fraction. So what to do?
Denominator same and subtraction.
Denominator same. So LCM is 35. So 25 minus 14, what will be the final answer?
11.
11 by 35. This is proper fraction and in the simplest form. So that will go directly in the answer bar, right?
Part
So
B. Change
part
them into a
B.
fraction.
Yes,
6 by
change the
5.
mixed numbers into the
6 by
improper
5
fractions. 6 by 5
divided
divided by
7 by 5. 7 by 3.
7 by 3. So now just
Reciprocal.
take the reciprocal. It will be 3 by 7. So check if there is anything you
18
can
by
cancel, you cannot.
30.
So
18
it
by
is
30.
18 by 35.
30.
It is again proper fraction and in the simplest form. So it will go directly to the answer. All right. So now this is very interesting. These are simple question and students make mistake in that. So question is, the table shows the record minimum monthly temperatures in centigrade in 2 different cities. So the table is given the yearly record of 2 different cities and their temperature is given in centigrades. So first question is the difference between the temperature in July in both cities. So this is very interesting and students usually make mistake in that. So what do you think is the difference between the two temperatures of the 2 cities? Ji Shahid, what do you think?
Minus 67 degrees Celsius.
Minus 67 degrees Celsius. All right. So what do you think? What do others think? Marosh, Amsal, what do you think? What is the difference between the two? Shahir is saying minus 67 is the answer. All right, Ji Shahir.
Minus 81.
Minus 81. All right. So anybody else?
I think it's minus 67.
Minus 67. All right. We have 2 votes.
Minus 81.
Minus 81. Oh.
7.
Asham, आप भाई को support करें. Sorry, Amsal, what? Minus
Minus-
67?
Yes.
All right. So that's why I was saying it is very interesting. Difference is, आपने ये याद रखना है. आप देखें, difference is never negative. It's never negative. So ये आपने याद रखना है. ठीक है? Whenever this kind of question comes in the paper, you need to remember difference is never negative. Difference is basically how much far the two numbers are. ठीक है? अगर मैं इसको सिंपल वर्ड्स में कहूँ तो बेसिकली कि एक चकवाल का टेम्परेचर इस्लामाबाद के टेम्परेचर से कितना लेट्स से कम है, तो आप कभी नहीं कहते -7 डिग्री. आप हमेशा क्या करेंगे? आप उसको डिफरेंस निकालते हुए हमेशा आप बड़े नंबर से छोटे नंबर को माइनस करते हैं, ठीक है। सो डिफरेंस कैन नेवर बी नेगेटिव, ये दोनों गलत है। इसका मतलब है कि आप डिफरेंस में जब भी आपने डिफरेंस निकालना है, आपने ये देखना है विच वन इज द बिगर नंबर। सो यू सी 7 इज द बिगर नंबर, so you will say 7 minus 74. So it is 7 plus 74. Answer is
81.
81, not minus 81. Are we clear? ये चीज क्लियर है?
Yes.
ठीक है। इसकी अगर मैं एक एग्जांपल दूं तो लेट्स से ये तो बहुत बड़े नंबर्स है ना, आई कैन नॉट ड्रॉ इट ऑन द नंबर लाइन, लेकिन अगर मैं यहाँ पर एक नंबर लाइन बनाऊं, फॉर एग्जांपल आई वांट टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लेट्स से -3 and 4, ठीक है। अब आप देखें, जैसे अकॉर्डिंग टू माय एक्सप्लेनेशन द आंसर शुड बी 4 minus -3, तो आंसर क्या आना चाहिए 7। अब अगर आप इसको नंबर लाइन पे देखें, सो डिफरेंस है इसकी हाउ मच अपार्ट द टू नंबर्स आर, यही मतलब है ना डिफरेंस का, कि हाउ फार द टू नंबर्स आर। सो इफ आई ड्रॉ इट ऑन नंबर लाइन, इफ दिस इज 0 1 2 3 4 and this is -1 -2 and -3, ये -3 है और ये 4 है। अब देखिए how many steps are there in between them. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 steps. So how much the two numbers are apart? The two numbers are 7 steps apart from each other. Are we clear about it?
Yes.
Okay. So Shahir, are we clear, bache?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this kind of question usually, comes in the paper. अब देखिए सारे parts, both two parts are related to difference, and you can see that it's 1 marks each. Very simple question. ठीक है. Remember that difference between the numbers is never negative. ठीक है. आपने हमेशा क्या करना है, जब भी आपने difference निकालना है तो आपने the bigger number will be coming first and the smaller number will be coming on the second. ठीक है. So now in the second part they are asking you the difference between the temperature of the same city was talk in February and June. So this is the temperature in February and this is the temperature in June. So which one is the bigger number? -47
-47.
or -71? Which one is bigger? -47 is bigger. So -71. You will do like this. The bigger number minus the smaller number is difference, right? So now you will solve it. -47 plus 71. And the answer would be? The answer would be?
24. 24.
24. So अगर दूसरे सेंस में मैं आपको कहूँ तो -47 and -71 are 24 steps apart from each other on the number line. All right. So that is what it means. So moving on to next question. So next question is again a question of evaluate. So this document is, it's not like कि ये सारे एक ही पास पेपर के क्वेश्चंस हैं. मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था ये एटलीस्ट 9 years के क्वेश्चंस के पास पेपर्स के क्वेश्चन है. सो इसलिए क्वेश्चंस एक ही जैसे क्वेश्चन आप देख रहे हैं रिपीट हो रहे हैं. सो 35 minus 27.3, 1 mark question.
7.7.
7.7.
7.
7.7. So let's see. Is this right? That's right. 7.7. You need to write down this answer on the answer bar. Okay. So next question is again a question of evaluate. So 1 decimal place is multiplied with 3 decimal place.
0.0239.
So 13 into 3 is 39. And we need to have 4 0 0 So 0.039. So this rule is clear now. Everybody is clear about it. When we multiply the decimals, we just multiply the numbers. और हम देख लेते हैं decimal कितनी
Ma'am,
position पर आना है. Then we put the decimal.
ma'am,
जी बेटे.
it's
जी जी.
0.0, not the two zeros.
No. Oh, because I have written this
That's
wrong.
two. That's
It's
two
a two
decimals.
decimal. That's right. This was a 2 decimal. So it would be 0.039. That's right. This will not come. ठीक है. 1 decimal is multiplied with 2 decimal. The answer is 3 decimal digit. Right? So next question is again a question of fraction. I'm leaving these questions now because I know everybody is clear about it. LCM लेना उसी तरह add करना है. ठीक है. Evaluate में क्या करना है? Should we solve it or not?
No.
2 divided by 2 whole 2 by 3. What do you think?
8/3. 2/1.
So it's 2 by 1 divided by, if we convert it into improper fraction, it will be 8/3.
Yes.
So now the same rule. Take
16
the
by 8.
reciprocal.
16 by 8.
नहीं, 6 by 8. अच्छा
हाँ,
आप देखें ना, finally we are getting this answer. 6 by 8 cannot be the answer. अगर आप 6 by 8 आंसर लिखते हैं ना तो एग्जामिनर ने चेक करना है अपनी मार्किंग स्कीम के हिसाब से. 6 by 8 will not be the answer in the marking scheme. What would be the
3 by
answer?
4. 3 by 4.
3 by 4. So remember this rule कि if your answer is proper fraction, it should be simplified. If your answer is improper fraction, it should be converted into a mixed number. That is the rule. Okay. So moving on to next question. Will you be able to solve these on your own now?
Yes.
All right. So who can tell me quickly what is the LCM of this question? 30th question part A. What is the LCM?
21.
21 is the LCM. Okay. So we can move on to next. Hussain, what do you think? Will you be able to solve question 30th A part? Is it easy or we should solve it together? Hussain?
Yes, ma'am. Easy है.
Easy है ना? Same questions ही repeat हो रहे हैं. ठीक है. Next
Same.
question is, so next question is interesting. Evaluate, मतलब we need to solve. Giving your answer as a fraction in the lowest, मतलब the simplest form. This is also easy. You can solve it on your own. So moving on to the next question. Evaluate. Can I skip that also?
Yes.
All right. So we have another kind of question. Yeah, just like difference, I need to discuss this also. Find the decimal number that is exactly between halfway between 3.8 and 4.3, not Hashim, anybody else. How to solve it? I need to find a decimal exactly between these two decimals. So how should I solve? G Meera?
Add the two numbers together and divide them by 2.
That's right. So add them together 3.8 plus 4.3 and then divide them by 2. So what is the sum? 8.1
4.05.
divided by 2. So 4.05 will be the answer. Exactly between the two numbers. All right. Very good. So
Ma'am,
again, a
ma'am,
question of Ji Harsh.
can those both be subtracted and then divided?
Why subtracted?
Because they're saying between. So first you find the difference and half of the difference.
So that will not come even in between them. So if you are, I always tell this to my students, if you are stuck at a question, for example, अब मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा, I need to add them or I need to subtract them. So I can take a simple analogy, matlab a simple scenario I can create on my, okay,
Yes.
I want to find out the number, the midpoint or the exactly middle point of 2 and 3. So do you know what is the midpoint of 2 and 3?
Yes.
Yeah. What is in the middle of 2 and 3?
2.5.
2.5. I know this answer. So now I can see अगर मैं इनको add करूं तो 5/2 आता है, तो that is 2.5. अगर मैं इनको subtract करूं 3 और 2 को, तो ये 1/2 आता है जिसका आंसर 0.5 है. तो it means this is wrong. So I should do what? I should add the two numbers. Are you getting this?
Yes.
ठीक है. Whenever you are stuck at a problem, just put it on your thinking process और उसको किसी easy example से solve करने की कोशिश करें. Justify that answer कि is it making sense or not. ठीक है. So next question is the temperature. Again, a question of difference. The temperatures in Celsius at midnight on 10 consecutive days were, it is given to you. So first question is you need to find out the difference between the highest and the lowest temperatures. So what is the highest temperature?
4.
4. What is the lowest temperature?
-3.
Minus
-3.
minus 3. All right. So now that makes sense. ये वही difference का question है. The bigger value minus the smaller value. So 4
7.
plus 3, 7 is the difference. और आप इसको प्रूव भी कर सकते हैं. अब आपको ये बात समझ आ जाएगी कि डिफरेंस में हम क्यों, डिफरेंस में साइन क्यों नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकता. देखो 4 is the bigger number, जैसे मैंने आगे आपको एग्जांपल दी, एंड -3 इज द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर. अब देखो इनके बीच में कितने स्टेप्स हैं. -2 है, -1 है, 0 है, फिर 1 2 3 है. अब अगर मैं काउंट करूं तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 स्टेप्स हैं इनके बीच में. ठीक है. सो -3 and 4 आर 7 डिग्री अपार्ट फ्रॉम ईच अदर. हम ये नहीं कह सकते -7 डिग्री अपार्ट, क्योंकि दैट इज नॉट मेकिंग सेंस. तो ये किस चीज का क्वेश्चन है? विच टॉपिक?
Decimals.
विच टॉपिक?
Borders.
Board mass. ठीक है. It's question of board mass. How do I know?
523.
Because whenever more than one operation is there, so multiplication will be done first. So it would be 523 minus 376. So simply you can subtract it and get to the
47.
answer.
47.
How many? How much?
47.
47?
No. Sorry.
140?
147.
Yes, first we'll multiply 52.3 with 10.
जी बेटे. Meerup, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's fine. So B part. So now what to do?
First division.
3 of first
8
division.
divided
4.
So
60,
20
70.
minus
4.
20 minus
60.
plus 1.
60.
So now
70.
which operation?
Left to
Now
right.
which operation?
Left to right.
Sorry?
Left to right.
Left to right. Very good. So now we will
70.
go left to right. 20 minus 4,
16 plus
16 plus 1 is 70. Right?
Yes.
So moving on to next question. I'm skipping these questions now because they are all related to fractions and now you can solve it. All right. So moving on to these questions. So these questions are related to, the basic mathematical concepts or the types of numbers you know. ठीक है, हम साथ साथ इसको सीखते जाएंगे. I think so most of you know. A square number that is a factor of 75. So इसमें दो keywords हैं. एक square number क्या होता है और एक factors क्या हैं? What are the factors of 75?
1, 3,
1 and
5.
75. पेयर में लिखते हैं ताकि कोई मिस ना हो. 1 and 75 is the first pair.
3 and 25.
Then 2 is not a factor. What
3
is the
and
next factor?
3 and 25.
3 and 25. Then
5 and 15.
5 and 15. I think so. That's all.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
So we have listed all the factors. Now the question is a square number. So which of these factors is a square number? So not
25.
Hashim, anyone else? Okay. So 25 is your answer. Are we clear? Hussein, Amsal, Bete, are we clear about it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. So next question. So these few questions are related to these kind of numbers. अब देखें, there are two concepts. A cube number, multiple of 24. So you need to write a cube number that is multiple of 24. So पहले तो आप लिखें, what are the cube numbers?
1
कल
8.
हमने इसको डिस्कस किया था. क्यूब नंबर्स को लिस्ट डाउन करते हैं.
1 8
1
27
8
27 64
शहील जी आप
125
बेशक बता दें. 27 64 then 5
125
cube is 125 then 6 cube is 216. So to save time in the paper you should know at least 10 cube numbers. 216 के बाद what is 7 cube?
340
343.
8
Okay. So let's see if we can find a cube number jo multiple of 4. Now I'm writing multiple of 24. So first multiple is 24 itself. What is the
48.
second multiple?
48.
48. Then
72
72.
96
96.
120 144
144.
168
नहीं पहले क्या होगा? 96 के बाद है 120.
20 फिर
फिर
144 144
144.
168
168.
192
192.
and
फिर
200 and एक second 214
Ma'am,
So we are just
216.
at
216
216. So
216.
216 is the number. 216 is coming in both list. So the answer would be 216. 216 is a multiple of 24 as well as a cube number. Okay? It's 1 mark question only, but you don't have calculator, you need to solve it. All right. So question number 36. C. So an instrument used to measure the height of an object above sea level. The height in meters is shown on the dial. So this is an instrument which is, measuring the height of the object. और आपको ये पता है कि जो height होती है वो हम किस से measure करते हैं? sea level से measure करते हैं. For example, हमने किसी mountain की height बतानी है तो उसको किस चीज से start किया जाता है? sea level से start किया जाता है, not below that. ठीक है? So that is a standard. ये sea level जो है ये that is the standard of measuring heights of the objects. ठीक है? अच्छा, what is the reading on the dial?
minus
First
24
question is, what is the
16
reading on the dial?
minus 24
So Hashim is saying minus 24. What do you think, Marosh? What do you think, bete? Minus 32, minus 16. हाशिम ने तो इसको कैलकुलेट किया है, लेकिन अगर हम मैथमेटिकली देखें, हाशिम ने तो लॉजिकल आंसर किया है, अगर इसको मैथमेटिकल देखें तो हमने बेसिकली -32 और -16 के दरमियान का नंबर निकालना है. तो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया है कि टू डू दैट वी ऐड द टू नंबर्स एंड वी डिवाइड इट बाय 2. ठीक है? So if we add these two numbers, so the answer would be 48 by 2 minus 48 by 2, and the answer is minus 24. So that is the correct answer. Are we clear? Hussein, Amsal, Marosh, Bete, are we clear कि
Yes, ma'am.
how can we mathematically calculate it? All right. So it is the same concept कि हमने एक ऐसा नंबर निकालना है जो -32 और -16 के दरमियान में एग्जैक्ट. तो हम कैसे निकालते हैं? दोनों नंबर्स को ऐड करके 2 से डिवाइड करते हैं. ठीक है? All right. So now comes the next part. The object moves from position A, where the dial reads -54, to position B, where the dial reads +48. What is the
Difference again.
difference between? So it's a difference again. All right. So हमने किसका difference निकाला है? -54 and -54 और +48 का. तो difference कैसे निकाला जाता है? Difference bigger value minus smaller value हमेशा निकाली जाती है.
48
हमने
minus
54 का डिफरेंस निकालना है. सो हमने डिफरेंस को अभी डिस्कस किया है. डिफरेंस इज बिगर वैल्यू माइनस स्मॉलर
102.
48 plus
102.
102 is the difference between the height of the two objects A and B. All right. So moving on to next question.
This is easy. Next,
Next is again a concept of,
we can skip these one.
yes, we can skip. It's again a board maths question. So B part. So we are skipping these questions, Maro, Shamsal. Is it fine, bete, if we skip these questions? Are you fine with that?
It's fine by me.
Ma'am, ये B वाला part.
जी
हम B part करा रहे हैं.
B part कर लेते हैं. B part is the same question. 1 decimal place. ये आपने याद रखना है. जहां भी decimal multiply होते हैं हमने देखना होता है 1 decimal place is multiplied by 1 decimal place. इसका मतलब मेरे पास आंसर क्या आना है? 2 decimal place आना है. So now just multiply the numbers. 26 multiplied by 2 is, what is double of 26? 52. और 2 decimal place में मैंने decimal वापस डालना है, तो I will put the decimal in 2 decimal places. 0.52 would be the answer. All right. So next is again a question of fraction. You can solve it on your own. Just make the denominator same. 24 is the denominator and then solve. Evaluate. So follow the rule of fractions. So 39th question. Again a question of difference. So the table shows the values blah blah, highest and the lowest. Again, negative value indicates a point below. So this is the rule, you know. So you don't have to confuse about it. This is the rule. Sea level is like a standard. ठीक है? Whenever you measure height of any object, so आप उसको sea level से measure करते हैं कि ये कितना, इसकी height क्या है. ठीक है? अगर आपका ऑब्जेक्ट sea level से ऊपर आप measure कर रहे हैं, तो that is a positive value. और अगर आप सी के अंदर डेप्थ की बात कर रहे हैं, लोएस्ट पॉइंट में जा रहे हैं, तो यू आर गोइंग डाउन, सो दैट नंबर विल बी नेगेटिव. सो ये बिल्कुल नंबर लाइन की तरह है, लेकिन हम मैथ्स में तो नंबर लाइन बनाते हैं, लेकिन आप रियल लाइफ में उसको कैसे देख सकते हैं कि सी लेवल इज योर 0. सो एनीथिंग अबव सी लेवल इज पॉजिटिव एंड एनीथिंग बिलो सी लेवल इज नेगेटिव. सो दैट इज द केस. ठीक है? नेगेटिव वैल्यू इंडिकेट्स अ पॉइंट बिलो सी लेवल. All right. So what is the height above sea level of the highest point in Africa? Give your answer in kilometers. So what is the highest sea level, highest point in Africa? Can you see that? What is the highest point in Africa? This is the highest point. So you need to convert it into meters. 5,963 meter will be how many kilometers?
5.963.
Sorry?
5.
So how many kilometers?
5.963.
5.963 kilometers. So I hope everybody is clear about it. See? Acha, next question is, in South America, how much higher is the highest point than the lowest point? So you are finding what? इस statement से आपको क्या समझ आ रहा है? Difference निकाल रहे हैं आप. ठीक है, you are finding how much apart the highest point and the lowest point is. ठीक है, so in South America, so South America में the highest point is 6,959 and the lowest point is 40. So हम difference का formula
Answer.
use करें. So it would be
Answer is 6,999.
99 meters. Meter भी this much apart. ठीक है, इतने meters.
Yes.
All right. So next question is, how much higher is the lowest point in Europe than the lowest point in Asia? So lowest point in Europe is -28 and lowest point in Asia is -409. So which number will come first?
-28.
-28
381.
minus. तो पहले क्या आएगा? The bigger number, -28 will come first
381.
and
381.
-409 will कितना आता है? 381.
Yes.
So that is your answer. ठीक है? All right. So I hope these questions we can solve on your own now. Board
Yes.
maths questions हैं, yes, because they are questions from lots of past papers. ये सारे आप question खुद से solve कर सकते हैं. अच्छा. So should we continue or should we stop?
We could stop.
इसमें अभी हमारे पास हैं 43 क्वेश्चन पे हम पहुंच गए हैं. So let's see.
Total
कितने
84.
question?
84.
हाँ जी, अभी तो बहुत से questions हैं. So what do you think? Should we stop or should we keep solving for next 5 minutes? 5 minutes और solve कर लें बेटे? Is there anyone having problem? All right. So this question is again 1 mark question in the paper, I believe 2 marks question in the paper. So you need to show your working also. It's written also in the question. So value of pi is given and you need to find out the difference between 22/7 and pi. So what to do? And we 1/4 जो values की given है वही हम 22/7 को convert करते हैं जरा. 22/7 को हम क्या करें? अच्छा, किसी को आंसर सेम आता है?
One.
ये Hashim can say this, but Shahir, what do you think? Or Marosh, what do you think? 22/7 or 3.14, are they equal?
नहीं, 22/7 पाई की वैल्यू थोड़ी
ma'am.
ज्यादा इन
हाँ.
डिटेल में. पाई की वैल्यू ज्यादा
Okay.
होती है, 3.14 पार्ट है.
हाँ जी, तो शहीर आप क्या कह रहे हैं? Can you justify this? Is this same or not? 22/7 और 3.1 ये जो वैल्यू है
सेम नहीं है. 22/7 को
Same
पाई
नहीं.
की वैल्यू कह सकते हैं, लेकिन जो दूसरी 3.1 डेसिमल में वो पूरी पाई की वैल्यू नहीं है, तो इसलिए नहीं होता.
नहीं, अगर आप नंबर्स की तरफ वापस लेकर जाएं, ये किस तरह का नंबर है 22/7?
Fraction.
फ्रैक्शन. शहीर आप लोगों ने, बल्कि आई थिंक सो शहीर 6 में आप लोगों ने पढ़ा है, किस तरह का नंबर है 22/7?
Rational.
रैशनल है कि इरैशनल है?
Irrational.
इट्स अ 22/7 फ्रैक्शन में लिखा हुआ है. इट्स अ रैशनल नंबर.
Rational.
It's a 22/7 is a rational number, but this pi is irrational. क्योंकि ये आपको याद है नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग और नॉन रेकरिंग
Recurring.
नंबर है, ठीक है। सो 22/7 हम अपनी आसानी के लिए यूज करते हैं, लेकिन 22/7 इज नॉट एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू ऑफ पाई। 22/7 इज अ रैशनल नंबर। जो इरैशनल नंबर है वो तो फ्रैक्शन फॉर्म में लिखे ही नहीं जा सकते, ठीक है। सो अब हमने 22/7 को, अगर हम इसको देखें तो अभी मैं आपको बताती हूँ किस तरह का नंबर है। देखें ये it's like 1 is coming, so 7 ones are, ये 3 is coming, so now it is 7 fours are, ये क्लोज्ड अप्रोक्सीमेशन जरूर है लेकिन ये पाई की एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू नहीं है। देखिए 2 इज कमिंग, अब देखिए ये पाई की वो वैल्यू है जो कैलकुलेटर से आती है। अब 720, सो 7 2s are 14। अब देखिए कैन यू सी द डिफरेंस विच इज कमिंग, यहाँ पर 3.142 है और यहाँ पर 3.141 है। Are you getting this? So now I will find one more value. Why I'm stopping here, I will explain it to you. देखिए 6 7 8 are 50। So अगर मैं इसको डिवाइड करके ये आंसर लिखूं सिर्फ 3.1428, ठीक है। अब मैं आपको ये रीजन बताती हूँ कि ये क्यों हमने यहाँ पर स्टॉप कर दिया, क्यों इससे फर्क, क्योंकि इसकी डिवीजन तो खत्म नहीं हुई, डिवीजन तो अभी चल रही है। इट्स बेसिकली दिस 22/7 इज रैशनल बिकॉज इट इज non-terminating, but it is recurring. It's a recurring number. इसका पैटर्न बनना शुरू हो जाता है after 5 or 6 digits. The same digits are repeating. अच्छा, now why I have stopped at 4 decimal? उसकी रीजन ये है कि मुझे आंसर 2 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर पे करना है। तो देखें 3.14 जब माइनस होगा 3.14 से तो ये तो 0 बन जाता है। तो ये जो 2 डिजिट है ना अगले दोनों, ये मुझे मेरा आंसर बताएंगे। Is this making sense? ये चीज क्लियर हुई है कि why I am finding answer till 4 decimal place? क्योंकि 3.14, अब देखें जब मैं इनका डिफरेंस निकालूं तो मैं क्या करूंगी, बड़े नंबर से छोटा नंबर मैंने माइनस करना है। तो बड़ा नंबर है 3.1428 और इसमें से माइनस मैंने कर दिया 3.1415, तो मेरे पास आंसर आ जाता है। अगर मैं इसको एक दफा और भी डिवाइड कर लूँ ना तो दैट इज ऑल्सो फाइन, 40 आएगा। तो 7 5 सो लेट से मैं यहाँ पर 5 डाल देती हूँ और यहाँ पर मैं 9 लिख लेती हूँ। अब देखिए अगर आप इन दोनों का डिफरेंस निकालें तो ये आपके पास आता है 0.00। 28 में से 14, 28 में से 15 निकालेंगे तो क्या बनेगा 13, और 5 में से मतलब ये आपके पास तकरीबन आंसर आता है। अब देखिए मैंने क्यों 2 डिजिट पे आंसर निकाला है, आपने मुझे बताना है कि आर यू क्लियर अबाउट इट कि व्हाई इट इज लाइक दिस। बिकॉज अगर आप अब सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर को देखें तो आप मुझे बताएं इस आंसर में कितने सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स हैं। हाउ मेनी सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स इन दिस आंसर? 2 सिग्निफिकेंट। आर वी क्लियर कि ये जीरोस जो पहले आ रहे थे 3.14 यहाँ भी है और यहाँ भी, तो ये तो सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स ही नहीं है अकॉर्डिंग टू द रूल। सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स ये दो हैं। तो मुझे ये 2 नंबर लेने के लिए मैंने इसकी डिवीजन 2 डिजिट तक आगे की है ताकि मुझे ये नंबर मिल जाएं जो सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स बना रहे हैं, ठीक है। 2 सिग्निफिकेंट्स पे मुझे आंसर निकालना था, इसलिए मैंने इसकी डिवीजन यहाँ तक की कि 3.14 तो 3.14 से माइनस होकर सिग्निफिकेंट नहीं रहेगा, तो जो बाकी 2 नंबर्स हैं वो मेरे पास क्या बनाएंगे, 2 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स बनाएंगे, ठीक है बेटे। आर वी क्लियर कि व्हाट, हाउ टू सॉल्व इट? Shahir, what do you think? बेटे आर वी क्लियर? अमसाल, मारोश, हाशिम, Shahir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Shahir, you have not
Yes,
learned
sort of.
about significant figures. Marosh also. So I will share a video जिसमें significant figures के 5 रूल हैं कि कौन से फिगर्स हैं जो significant है और कौन सी फिगर्स होती हैं एक डेसिमल में या नंबर में जो significant नहीं होती। So should we stop here because कुछ लोग तो चले गए हैं। Should we stop here? So we will start from question 45 tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, because there are lots of concepts ahead also, and we will finish this document tomorrow and we will start HCF and LCM. Thank you for coming, everyone. Take care. I will upload the video also so that if you want to revise anything, take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz,
Allah
ma'am.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, bete.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz.